Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with another video for you. Thank you for tuning to Moreno Boxing TV. I'm your host, Carlos Moreno, and today we also have
Sun's up.
So, Mr. Simon, for those of you who don't know, he's the videographer and photographer for Moreno Boxing TV, and he's also a calisthenics training guru, and he loves boxing and he's a good boxer as well. So, without further ado, let me tell you what we're doing today. Today, we are going to be exploring footwork for defense. Yeah, how to avoid punches with your feet. Now, if you know, we're doing this series of explaining to you guys the 3 different types of defense: head defense, hand defense, and feet defense. If you haven't watched our first video, which is head defense, make sure you go back. Make sure you check out all the drills as well, and then master your head defense. And now it's time for the feet defense. So without further ado, let's get ready to box sale. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so we're in our boxing stance. Okay, we're in our boxing stance, and we're gonna start off shooting the jab. Okay, Simon's gonna shoot the jab. All I'm going to do to avoid getting hit is tiny step back. Now you don't want to take a big step back to where you're out of range, where you can't counter, you can't come back in with anything. So let's go real slow motion. You shoot the jab. If I go too far out of range, if I try, now put your hands back here. If I try to go back here, it's just taking me too long. Look, I'm too far. The time I'm going in, Simon can just set up a right hand, or he can set up a different type of offense. Okay? What I want to do, I want to use smart defense. We want smart defense. So if Simon shoots a jab, I take a small step back. That is enough. Now, when do you use feet defense, and when do you use hand defense, and when do you use head movement? In my opinion, one should be using head movement and hand defense when you're looking for counters or when you don't have an option to move. So if I'm trapped in the corner and I can't move, like let's say you're trapped in the corner, you're going to be using head movement. So slipping, you're going to be slipping, you're going to be rolling. But I might be so on top of you that, no, so you can't move back, right? You're on the ropes. And I might be so on top of you that I start banging you, and then you start bringing in your shoulder roll and your hand defense. So that's my opinion. Or you might be in the center ring and you don't want to move back. You don't want to give ground because you feel you're stronger, you're faster, and you're the better boxer. So you start stalking. You start stalking your opponent, yeah, and you're looking to cut him in, and you're slipping, looking for counters, slipping back, catching back, yeah, because you want to break them down. You want to break their wheel and you want to close the gap, yeah. You want to score points and you're looking for the KO, okay. So, in this video, guys, we are talking about footwork for defense. We're talking about when you do have an option to move and you don't want to be there trading punches. Maybe the guy's just too fresh. He's not tired enough yet. It's like when you're picking a fruit from a tree, you wait till it's ripe, right? Sometimes the opponent is just not tired enough for you to be scoring those type of shots and pulling counters, right? If the guy's fresh and you want to pull back and throw the counter right, and he's fresh, he throws that jab, but it might be a bit too quick for you. And as you're throwing the right, he might send the right, boom, as well. You might get caught. Why? Because he's just too fresh. So you might want to start off, he shoots a jab, you might want to play it safe by catching, moving, touching. Once you've got his rhythm and his timing, right, and once you know he's tired enough and he's jabbing and he's getting a bit lazy with the jab and it's just not coming back fast enough, then you can boom, you can pull, there, bang, and land the right. Or you can catch, bang, bang. So you gotta know when to start picking your shots. And we're gonna explore all of that stuff. We're gonna explore how to cut your opponent down, how to pressure fight, how to stalk the opponent, how to set up defense, how to set up offense. But for now, we just want you to get the basics, okay? So, we're in our boxing stance. Simon shoots a jab, I take a step back, that's it, I'm out of range. From this position, the only way that Simon can target me again is if he steps in. As he steps in, I can take another step back. That is the most basic, effective defense when it comes to footwork, okay? So, we're gonna take a step back, and we're back in. Shooting jab, yeah? So jab, I'm out, jab, out, You can set up offense. Another way is you can start lateral stepping. So another defensive maneuver is for me to be in this position, I'm in front of my opponent, and then I start stepping lateral. So I don't let him set up the right hand, and I don't let him set up the left hand. Okay, so as he's trying to jab, I'm moving away, so it forces him to pivot. It forces him to readjust his position as well. As he's readjusting his position, he's not going to be able to set up combinations. You might be able to set up single jabs. He'll set up single jabs and he might send the right, but after he sends that right, he stopped moving and I'm still moving, I'm gone, right? So let's do it on camera here so you guys don't want to miss it out. Let's do it a bit closer. So he's shooting, Simon's shooting his jab, moving, Simon shoots the right, I take a step and I'm gone. Now it's going to take him time to readjust and pivot to come back around. During that time, I'm out of the way. So that's another way to set up defense using your feet. I'm setting up defense. Another way is to combine. You combining the head movement with the feet. So Simon shoots a jab, I pull back and I step back at the same time. So I'm laying back, pulling back away, but I'm stepping back so that I'm not there. If I pull back and I stay there and then he comes in, right, then I've got more work on my hands. I've got to start using hand defense. But I might not want to use hand defense. I might want to completely stay away from him. So I pull back and I move, right? I'm here. So he can't set up the right hand now. I've eliminated that option. If I didn't want to do that, I can stay there, shoot the jab, cross, and then I can shoulder roll, okay? But I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to shoulder roll, okay? So you shoot the jab, I take a step back, and I don't want you to get your rhythm. Sometimes it's good, it's better to actually stay away from an opponent for a little while so that they can't get your range. Because even if a guy's hitting your shoulder, if he jabs and you catch, if he jabs and you catch, and then he sends the right hand, and then you shoulder roll, then he sends the left hook, you're helping him find his range. Anytime that what he's doing as an opponent, he's doing the right thing, which is probing offense. He's probing offense, he's probing, he's checking for offense, he's checking for gaps. So anytime that you stay in there, you're letting them get your edge. Now, if you watch Floyd Mayweather's fights, if you watch him when he starts, right in the beginning of a round, right, ding, the fight has just started. For the first 2 rounds at least, he doesn't stay in range. He moves. He doesn't even catch very much. You don't see him very often. The fight just starts and you shoot jab and he's doing that, and he's doing shoulder roll. He doesn't bring the shoulder roll into play until much later where he's looking for the counters, where he's established the range already. He knows the opponent's speed. The opponent's a little bit more tired and now his speed is going to come into play. Because now you're tired, you don't react as fast because of the fatigue. And if I'm naturally quicker than you, I can start pulling off certain things and I can get away with certain things that in the beginning I don't get away with. So as soon as the bell goes, you watch Floyd comes in behind the high guard, he's here and then he starts moving his feet, he's moving and he's looking, but he'll still shoot. He'll go pap, and he'll move, pap, and then he'll shoot and then he'll move his head. He'll still look for offense. Floyd's still looking for offense. He's looking to score and get out, but he's not trying to stay there, he's trying to win the round. Round 1, 2, he's trying to win the round, trying to suss out your speed. He doesn't want to get caught with anything silly. Very smart fighter. So again, checking the feet. So the feet for defense, I'm out. And then for offense, I'm in. And then I can set up my combinations. I'm out, I'm in, and then I can set up. You need to understand your range. Okay? So let's say Simon now, go back. Let's say he takes a step forward, I take a step back. Why? Because I understand my range. This is my range. I don't want you to get any closer than that. Matter of fact, even from here, if you shoot the jab, it's still likely to land. So I'll do this, right? I'm out here, so it's harder to land the jab. Now, you want to land that jab. What are you going to do? You're going to come in, right? As you come in, I'm going to nullify that again. You get guys understanding, like you get fighters understanding, yeah, I have to take a step back. I have to get out after I throw my shots. But what they don't understand is it's not just about stepping back. That doesn't solve the problem. It's about understanding the range and adjusting to the range. Okay? It's not about I've thrown my shot, I've taken a step back, I'm safe. That might not happen. So I might throw a shot, take a step back, and he might be too quick. He closes me down, and his reach might be too long, and he catches me on the. I might have to take 2 steps back. I may very well have to be like bang, step, just to stay away from that jab. Because the guys may have such a long reach that I have to take 2 steps to nullify. So it's not about how many steps you take. Remember that it's about adjusting. Yeah, it's not about how you move. It's about why you're moving and why you're making those adjustments. Again, if I'm going to my right, yeah, just because I can't think just because I'm going to my right that that I'm safe from the jab because I got to worry about the right hand. There's a lot of things to think about. So guys, go check out other videos. Check out the drills that we teach you, the footwork drills, getting in and out of the cone. Check out the various drills that we teach. And now you know why we do those drills, and now you understand why it's important to know how to move your feet for defense and offense. And thank you for tuning in, and make sure you stay tuned to the next series where we'll be discussing defense, hand defense, and this is going to be the tasty one for you guys. So all of you guys that like the Floyd Mayweather shoulder roll defense, make sure you tune out to the next video, yeah? Without further ado, see you soon.